In this video, let us see the design steps for laterally supported beams. We are going to start with the loads acting on the beam. So we need to calculate the loads that are acting on the beam and multiply with the appropriate partial load factors. Of course, you know what is the appropriate partial load factor, that is 1.5. So if the dead load and live load are given, you simply need to add them and multiply with 1.5 times to get the factored load. Second step, the distribution of bending moment and shear force along the length of the beam is determined and the maximum bending moment and shear force is calculated. See, ఇక్కడ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ అండ్ షియర్ ఫోర్స్ ఎందుకు కావాలి? వై డూ వీ నీడ్ ది డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ అండ్ షియర్ ఫోర్స్ అలాంగ్ ది లెంత్ ఆఫ్ ది బీమ్ ఈస్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది సెక్షన్ వేర్ ది షియర్ ఫోర్స్ అండ్ బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి maximum and what are those values. So you can simply calculate them. Third one is a trial plastic section for the beam is worked out from the following equation. We have seen earlier in that MP is equals to Fy into Zp. Of course, partial factor of safety. So from this equation, you can calculate what is Zp, and based on Zp, you can calculate a suitable section. So what is MP in this equation is, this is nothing but maximum bending moment on the section due to load. You have already calculated what is the value of MP from this step 2, and you know what is Fy and gamma m naught, and simply find out Zp. So now based on Zp, you have to select a proper section. So based on the value of Zp, a suitable section is selected, such as Indian standard medium beam, or Indian standard lightweight beam, or Indian standard wide flange beam or wide beam. Any beam, you can use any kind of beam that is suitable. And for example, let me show you a trial. Let us take, for example, Zp is equals to 388 into 10 to the power of 3 mm cube, or 3800 centimeter cube. Both are same, right? So in the step 3, this is the Zp I got. Now I need to select a suitable section whose plastic section modulus is equals to 3800 centimeter cube or greater than this. So for this, I am going into Annex H of IS 800 2007, page number 138. See here, plastic properties of beams. So I wanted to have Zp of 3800 centimeter cube greater than or equals to 3800. So now if you see here, this is 3510 and the next thing is 3986. I want 3800 or greater than this, right? సో ఇప్పుడు 3510 నేను సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోలేను, సో దిస్ ఇస్ రాంగ్. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు గో ఫర్ సెకండ్ వన్, 3986.66. అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ సెక్షన్? దిస్ ISWB 600. So this is the section that I am going to use as a beam. So in order to decide what section you wanted to use, you have to do that based on the value of Zp, plastic modulus. And at the same time, there are other properties also, that is, for ISWB, what would be the overall depth? Capital D, 600. And what is the flange width? 250. Thickness of the flange, 21.3. Thickness of the web, 11.2. Radius of gyration, about Z and about Y. Of course, this is in centimeter, remember that. And in the calculation of slenderness ratio, you have to put the least value, that is 5.25 centimeter. And the section modulus also, ZE, elastic section modulus 3540.0. centimeter cube, and this is the shape factor, which is beta. So from this table you have to decide which section I have to use. So I have decided some section in this step 4. Next, this section then is classified based on B by TF and B by TW from table 2 of IS 800 2007. So this is the table 2 of IS 800 2007, and this is what you need to check and this is what you need to check. These are the two values, B by TF and D by TW. So it is 9.4 epsilon కంటే తక్కువ ఉంటే 84 epsilon కంటే తక్కువ ఉంటే ఈ రెండు కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అయితే ఇట్ ఈస్ ప్లాస్టిక్ సెక్షన్. If it is greater than these two values, you have to go for the second. You have to compare them accordingly. And now I have got what is the nature of section. Of course, let us take this section is plastic or semi-compact, anything. So now what you need to do is calculate the design shear strength VD from the code book. So FYW by root over 3 gamma m naught into HTW. Of course, this HTW is nothing but capital D into TW. So according to the code book, the overall depth is represented with small h, of course, but our usual representation is capital D, right? So don't get confused with that. 6th step లో మనం VD తెలుసుకున్నాము. Next, in 7th, you have to check whether V is less than 0.6 VD or V is greater than 0.6 VD. అంటే ఇది హై షియరా లో షియరా నీకు తెలుసుకోవాలి. And once you have known that, so now in step 8, now the trial section for step 4 is checked for design bending strength. హై సెక్షన్ అయితే హై సెక్షన్ ప్రకారం బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ బెండింగ్ స్ట్రెంత్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం ఎండీని. అండ్ అట్లానే ఒకవేళ ఇది లో షియర్ హై షియర్ అయితే we do that accordingly. So once MD వచ్చిన తర్వాత what you need to do in the step 9 is you have to compare it with M, bending moment due to load. If it is greater than MD, increase this section size and repeat this step 5. ఓకేనండి, బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ డ్యూ టు లోడ్స్ అనేది ఎమ్ ఆర్ ఎంపీ. ఎండి అంటే ది స్ట్రెంగ్త్ ఆఫ్ ది బీమ్. సో ఇప్పుడు లోడ్ల వల్ల వస్తున్న బెండింగ్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఉంటే బెండింగ్ మూమెంట్ అనేది డిజైన్ బెండింగ్ స్ట్రెంత్ కన్నా ఆ సెక్షన్ ఫెయిల్ అయిపోతుంది. కాబట్టి యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ది క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ సెక్షన్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు రిపీట్ ది స్టెప్ ఆఫ్ డిజైన్. If it is less than that value, it is safe. If M is less than MD, section is suitable and safe. You can proceed with that section. And also you have to check V and VD. If V is greater than VD, that is shear force due to the load is greater than the shear strength of the beam, you have to redesign this section by increasing the section size. Okay, if V less than VD, section is safe and sound. It is good. You can proceed then. And next in the step 11, beam is checked for deflection. So the beam is checked for deflection as per the table 6 of IS 800 2007. We have seen that delta is due to load and delta max is from code book. So compare these two values. The delta should be less than delta max. The beam is checked for web buckling. See here, if D by TW is less than 67 epsilon for web without stiffeners, the web is assumed to be safe in web buckling. If D by TW is less than or equals to 67 epsilon for web without stiffener, stiffener వాడకుండానే నువ్వు D by TW అనేది less than 67 epsilon వస్తే వెబ్ అనేది సేఫ్ ఎగ్నెస్ట్ వెబ్ బక్లింగ్ అనమాట. సో FWB is greater. But for high shear, Even though above condition is satisfied, the below condition is checked. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ ఇది హై షియర్ కండిషన్ అయితే అయి ఉంటే అప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే ఈ పై కండిషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అయినా సరే యూ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ దిస్ కండిషన్. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? వెబ్ బక్లింగ్ స్ట్రెంత్ FWB షుడ్ బి గ్రేటర్ దెన్ డిజైన్ షియర్ ఫోర్స్. Of course, you know what is the expression for FWC, and this is the expression. So these are the 13 steps that you need to follow in order to design a laterally supported section.